We now have 2 coats of the Santa Fe Vintage Market Design furniture paint on this board, and you can see it's dried to that beautiful chalky matte finish with some really good coverage, and that's in just 2 coats with no sanding and no priming. So what we're going to do now is continue to some of our finished products and see what great artistic effects we can get on top of this paint. And I'm going to talk to you about one of my most favorite products here, and that is the Vintage Market and Design Wax. This is the clear wax, and it's luscious. All I can say is no nasty fragrance. You can do this again in a closed room in the winter and not have any headaches or ill effects from it, and it's a very moisturizing product. It's a hand poured wax and it's very gentle. You can use it on your skin. That's how gentle it is. And it comes in many colors. There's the clear, which is your multi-purpose. It also comes in a white to give you that beautiful pickled effect. It comes in 4 shades of brown, different umbers and siennas, so you can get different effects with light brown, dark brown, however antique you want it to look. And then of course it also comes in the black silk, which gives you that really nice depth. So the waxes, you want to wait until you've painted, wait till the next day and your paint is totally cured. And we talked about the fact that dry is just when you can touch the paint and nothing comes off on your finger. Cured is the next day when the paint is actually absorbed into the wood and made a chemical bond with it. So we can go ahead and put our waxes on and not have to worry that anything's going to come up or lift. So let me go ahead and show you how we're going to do that. My towel here. And again, I'm using these beautiful big China bristle brushes that are a round or oval shape, and it holds a lot of product, so you don't have to wear your arm out doing a lot of shifting around. Just a little bit of dip with this brush and you've got enough to go for a pretty long ways. One thing I really like about these waxes is that they don't absorb so much, the colors don't absorb so much that you get that blotchy look or that streaky look. So I could go right over the Santa Fe with the black or with one of the sienna or umber colors and not have any problem with that happening. I'm going to show you a technique that's really fun to get some depth in it, and so I'm going to use both the clear and a little bit of the black. So what I'm going to do is just go into the recessed areas on here with the black and work it right into all those little nooks and crannies. That's what's going to give you that aged look. And we're going to do the same thing out here where we've got another little indentation in the panel. And if you're working on any kind of a piece that has carving, cartouches, egg and dart finish, anything like that, you're going to love this technique because you'll be able to highlight that special finish or that special carving and make it look like it's really old. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the clear and just work onto the areas that are raised. And you can see that's picking up just a little bit of the black and working it in there, and same thing on the flat part. Just like that. And it goes fast. That's why this is addicting, because you can start with a piece like this in the morning, paint it, the next day do your finish, and by that night you've got a piece that you can show your neighbors. So I'm going to just go over this now with a rag and buff it. And you can see how that's leaving the darkness in the recessed areas and the clear on the top. Now, one of the biggest problems that people have is putting too much wax on. So you want to be careful that you really do a lot of nice buffing and get off the excess. You don't want it to feel greasy or sticky to your fingers. You can use the different brown colors on your regular wood furniture as well and put that right over the wood grain and give your wood a nice depth and moisturize it, which we're here in New Mexico, we really need that. I know I moved here from the Bay Area and my little antiques went into shock. So something like this wax in the brown color on top of your wood grain is going to make it nice and moisturized and keep the patina of that wood without harming it. And it'll help to keep the grain from rising on your wood. So you can see I just keep going back over this. I've got a microfiber cloth here. But someone has said that diapers work real well for this too because there's no lint, so you could try that too. But any old t-shirts or anything you have that's not going to have a lot of lint to it, and just go back over it and get a nice buff. Now, a common misconception is that this waxing is all you need to do. And really, the wax bonds with the paint and gives you that nice patina. But if you're going to have any heavy use with your piece, you do want to seal it as well. So, Vintage Market and Design makes some beautiful water-based sealers. And I'll show those to you. Show you one right now, which we'll use in a little bit. This is the interior clear coat in the satin finish. You also can get a matte or a semi-gloss, and there's an exterior clear coat too. So if you want to do some of that old patio furniture and seal it so you can put it out and not have to worry about it, that's the way to go. The clear coat is also water-based and low VOC, so all of it is very environmentally friendly. So I'm going to do just a little bit more of my black here to get just a little bit more of a dramatic effect. And you can see there's no streaking. That's what the wonderful thing about this wax. You can build it and build it and build it, and no streaking. I have also pulled out an old brush that I used for shoes and buffed my wax with that, and that works nicely too. You can see it goes pretty fast. Doesn't take long. And that's toned down that Santa Fe just a little bit, giving it a mellow look so it looks like it's been around a little while. You could also, just before or after this point, do a little bit of distressing, and we'll talk about that later. We can do wet distressing or dry distressing. Say that 3 times fast. Okay. So I can feel that. We don't have any stickiness or anything that feels like it's going to give us a problem later on. And I'm going to let that dry just a little bit before I do my clear coat.